Now let's look at the pricing. In the first place, is duck farming profitable? If you are rearing ducks, if you are commercially, is it profitable?
Guy, it is profitable.
Mm.
Because imagine at first, if you want duck, at first with 60 cedis you could get a full grown duck.
Okay.
70 cedis to 100 cedis you get one big duck. Now you go from 100 to 250 and even
Mm.
over, and the price will increase. They're still increasing.
Once feed and things go
A
up
crate
there.
of duck egg is 100 cedis.
My poultry is like 40, some almost 50 cities. That's half of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Um, 3 poultry eggs is equal to 2 duck egg.
Okay.
So you can see.
Sure, 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 sure. What's going, guys? Welcome back to another excited family week in Ghana. If it is the first time seeing me, I'm Charles on this channel. We talk about farming here in Africa. So, from the previous video, I had a conversation with Innocent to know how he started, how the journey has been. He's into ducks, poultry, specifically Brahma. He did catfish for some time and also did into rabbitry. He does a lot of things. But in this video, as the title suggests, we are going to look at duck farming. And I've done a video of duck farming and you guys enjoyed it. You had a lot of questions. So yeah, come to speak to him to know how the duck farming business is. For you out there who want to also start, some information that will be useful to you in starting your own duck farms. Alright, before we get into the video, please as always, like this video so YouTube gets to promote it to other people. Subscribe to part of the channel so we all grow together. Yeah, and share this video to other people who want to learn more about duck farming in Ghana or wherever you're watching this video at. Alright, so without much ado, let's get right into the video. So yeah, I'm here with Innocent. So I have to look at the duck farming here at his farm. So in this video, I want to know if someone wants to start their own duck farm, some information that will be useful to them in starting. Um, I know when you're starting, how did you still get started with the ducks?
Um, I started with local ones.
Okay.
The local ones are what we call mascovy.
Mm-hmm.
The local ones are what we call mascovy.
Okay.
It depends on what you want to. It depends on your aim, what you want. So if you want to start with duck farming, you should look at whether you're looking for eggs, meat, egg meat, or both,
Okay.
and then how you want it. So with the local ones, they would lay and hatch. The other ones will not hatch.
The local ones are which breeds?
Muscovy.
Muscovy. Okay.
This, these are muscovies.
Okay.
See a muscovy over there. So they are mixed. They are moving around.
So they produce the eggs most of the time.
They produce and then hatch them as well.
Okay.
These are Pekins. These white ones.
Okay.
They are dual purpose for meat and egg. If you have Pekins, if you hatch Pekins, a day old Pekins, within 45 days, ready for consumption.
Mm.
And they are also good egg layers. And these are apple yards over there. The apple yards and then groins mixed.
Okay.
So they are also good for the apple yards are also good for eggs and the meat. See that big one over there? It's an apple yard. Hmm.
The one with the
Yeah.
okay.
And then the smaller ones are listen, groins and mallets.
So yeah, you have apple yards, you have Pekins, you have Malad,
You have groins.
Roins. Okay. So these four breeds.
Yeah. And Muscovy.
Muscovy. Okay.
So
Okay.
with the Muscovy, I use them to sometimes hatch the eggs of the others. I have an incubator there too, but then I mostly use the listen. Sometimes use the Muscovy to hatch them.
Okay.
So,
So, not to cut you short. If I'm a beginner and I want to go into duck farming, in the first you said you want whether you want meat or you want eggs, right? But which one should you advise that I get? Someone who has little knowledge in duck farming but wants to go into the business as an experienced farmer in duck farming. Which one would you advise for me to go into?
I'll tell you to go for Muscovy
Okay, and what is the reason?
because you can keep them like fowls. They would lay and hatch for you, so you don't need external costs like incubator.
Okay,
So you just have to keep them in the house and then feed them, take care of them, get them a conducive place to lay and then hatch their eggs, and you'll be fine.
okay. So then when it comes to eggs and taking care of eggs, they are good at it.
They are good layers, but then they are also good hatch. Some birds like roins and then peckins will deceive you. They'll tell you they are going to hatch the egg, sit on the egg for 15 days and run away.
Oh, okay.
So they destroy the eggs. But these ones will follow through and through.
So the time the eggs are actually out.
Yes, and they will
Okay.
take care of the eggs.
So usually if you are going for the other options, you have to get like an incubator where you guys put them, or you get
Yeah,
the
or you
Muscovy.
get Muscovy and then. But I always say just get a Muscovy. At least you can get like if you want to go into the eggs and then the production,
Mm,
you should get like 10 Muscovy,
okay.
and you can get the rest to be the other birds, either mallards, peckins or stuff. When they lay their eggs, you give the eggs to the Muscovy
For the Muscovy to take care of the eggs.
to hatch the eggs.
Okay.
And when they hatch, you can just capture them and then brood them yourself.
So normally, so is it like you separate them from the?
Their mothers.
Okay.
So if you even check, you have fowls have separated from their mothers.
Okay.
And then so the fowls go and then they reproduce again. When we're done, you can go check them out.
Sure. So about separating them from their mothers, don't they each get something from the mother that would benefit them,
The
or?
mother only gives them heat
Okay.
and then try to pick food for them to eat.
Mm,
But in this case, you can give them the food and provide the heat for them as well.
okay.
So if you check in there's light 24/7.
So you treat them like the way you treat the normal poultry birds, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
And you're fine. You don't. Yeah, just treat them like normal poultry birds. Don't give them a pool to swim in. When they are young, they don't need to swim.
Okay.
Actually, they can survive without swimming.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't need this whole water for them to have it. This thing was donated to me by some friends of mine who came and said, how can you be doing that without swimming pool for them? At least let's enjoy some sights.
Okay.
So they bought the materials and then came and then constructed it here. But then I was using these containers
For them,
for them and it was making sense.
and they were growing fine. It doesn't have any
Growing
effect on
no
them.
side effect. All they just need to do is to finish eating and be able to wash their nostrils.
Okay.
So the food goes into their nostrils after. When they wash it, then they are fine. Then they can wash their nostrils in here.
Sure. 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 So if they lay eggs, how long does it take for the eggs to hatch?
Muscovy takes 35.
Mm-hmm.
The Perkins and stuff 25.
35, 25. Why the Muscovy is a longer period?
I
Do you
don't
know
know.
why? Okay. But they are the ones who are able
Finding
to sit on the
finding
eggs.
enough Muscovy eggs are smaller.
And they rather take longer.
They are smaller.
Interesting.
They're smaller, but they take longer time. So I always wonder. But I think genetically that's how it's supposed to be.
Oh, maybe actually they are local, so maybe the local ones don't.
The local ones don't listen.
Okay. Okay. So 45, 45 days. It's like
Yeah, 45 days you can um, slaughter.
so the good period from the time they would.
From
Okay.
45 days you can slaughter.
But the eggs too, it takes 45 days for it to hatch. Or
30, 35 for the local one. That's the Muscovy, and them 25.
25. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. But their growth cycle there within 45 days.
You can start slaughtering them.
Oh, okay. But they'll be big enough within that 45 days. Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Um, Even people who are into egg farming, sometimes I even prescribe duck. So I'm trying to groom some people to go into duck egg farming.
Okay.
That makes sense since we are losing our poultry farming. Because with the duck eggs, it's equal nutritious as the poultry, even more nutritious.
Mm,
But then it wouldn't take you that much
okay.
in the sense that when you're doing the poultry, imagine the number of feed you buy and how much feed costs. If a feed is costing you 370 or 350 cedis,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to buy 5 bags for your birds,
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money. But then imagine it's costing 350 cedis. If you're buying 5 bags for a week, now That's for fowls. For ducks, buy them 2 bags.
Okay.
Buy wheat bran and mix it up. Wheat bran is 75 cedis. But it was even somewhere last year. It was just 25 cedis.
I said now things have like
Mm.
more than doubled.
Triple, quadruple, and then all the posts. Triple, quadruple, and all the posts. Things are going up. So let's say 50 kg of the feed
Mm.
is equal to goes to 75 of the wheat bran,
Okay.
and you can get good results. So you understand, you can get a good results.
Okay.
So it's still the same, but lesser with lesser price here. And this one even take them longer.
The wheat
The
brown.
wheat bran will take them longer. You just do the measurement and it will take them longer because with the one you're feeding the ducks with it, you have to kind of like wet it a bit to increase. So they'll eat more and then
But wheat brown, do you add other things to it or just give them the wheat brown?
give
Like
them the
that?
wheat bran with the feed, the poultry feed.
Okay.
But then have some leaves around and add to them
To supplement that.
to supplement their different. Actually, as medications,
Okay.
and they will lay for you nicely.
Mm. And how long can they produce? Can they produce? Kind of poultry. I think when they first laying, they lay more. But as time goes on, it reduces. The extra
They
quantity
lay
reduces.
from poultry will lay like give you good eggs for 2 years,
Okay.
and they go down. The duck will give you good eggs for 6 years, 7 years
Wow.
before it start going down. So which one will you go for?
Okay. Okay. Then it's easy to manage the ducks even than the.
When a disease, when there's an outbreak of disease, before a duck dies, then I think you've lost like 4 chickens
Okay. So they're highly strong.
in resistance.
Okay.
So
That's nice.
maybe I think farmers should kind of like find a way to kind of like channel their energies into something else, into duck farming. At
Mm.
least if we channel our energies into duck farming, we won't suffer more like we are suffering right now. Like I said, the government is not really helping,
Okay.
so we should also go for ways or things that will make life more easier for us. But we have actually developed a taste for chicken eggs than duck eggs. So some people will tell you, oh, that would have go to I don't like duck eggs until they taste it. Some people say, oh, I don't like duck meat until they taste it. I know people who tell me they don't like duck meat, and then I smoke some duck meat for them. Ah, Charlie, which animal is it? Which bird is this? I said, you guess, you can guess this. Is this fowl? Oh, I said, no, it's not fowl. Ah, you're telling me some that. Waiting. You're that me some that. I said, hey, Charlie, this thing, I know the one chop, oh, but you can't chop, I'm letting to the bee. This thing, you cannot the one chop, oh, but I'm letting to the bee. But I think I say the 10 snakes. I said, chop snakes. You see, there's a whole lot of myths and
I'll come to duck
misconceptions
farming.
when
Okay.
it comes to duck farming. But I've been learning that for some time now. They even helped me with catching of snakes.
Around. Oh, okay.
So I still think we should all try it.
Sure, sure. Now let's look at the pricing. In the first place, is duck farming profitable? If you are rearing ducks, if you are commercially, is it
My
profitable?
guy, it is profitable.
Mm.
Because imagine, at first, if you want duck, at first with 60 cedis you could get a full grown duck.
Okay.
70 cedis to 100 cedis you get one big duck. Now you go from 100 to 250 and even
Mm.
over, and the price will increase. They're still increasing.
Once feed and things go
A
up
crate
there.
of duck egg is 100 cedis.
But poultry is like 40, some almost 50 cities. That's half of it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Um, 3 poultry eggs is equal to 2 duck egg.
Okay.
So you can see.
Sure, 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 sure. That's nice. If once it's profitable there, at
You
least.
see, people don't kind of like weigh the pros and cons. They don't weigh. They're only looking at what everybody's doing. But actually, if you are going where everyone is going, everyone is already there. There will not be space for you.
Mm.
Actually, there's a lot of space out there, but then you just need to find your own niche and where to fit in and fit in right, and you'll be gone. I'm looking at, you see, I'm looking at doing things differently. I actually wanted to stop with the fowls, concentrate on the ducks,
Okay.
and even on rabbits. Because now it's like everyone is doing fowls. They don't even understand what they're doing, but they're doing it. So with doing the ducks, I think there are a lot of things you can still find with them. You can still do the ducks and make good profits.
Mm.
You can raise them and then kind of like keep them in a spot in the house, or even as even tourism for people to come and check something. Yes, people come around and they're looking at them. Hey, look at how they are kind of paddling and stuff
In the water.
in the water and stuff. Yeah, please. You see, you can just come up with anything. See, people are thinking geniusly, researching on the animals they are keeping, okay,
Yeah.
and making more money from it.
Mm.
We are only looking at food and how to just sell it to the market. And that is it. No more researching. In, in Africa, our brains are blocked to research or to experiment anything. Yeah. We are hungry to the extent that when we get food, we stop thinking. So I think if we're able to kind of like watch them and then kind of like get even train people about it, it will help. There are people, countries like Kenya and Uganda are going into rabbit and stuff,
I mean, it's big time.
and they are doing it big time and making big money from it. What can we say we are doing in Ghana big time? We are politicking big time. It's politics we are doing big time. You understand?
Yeah, I get
And just plenty talks and then plenty fashion. Big time. Even our fashion is not even fashionable.
It's not fashionable, fashionable.
Oh yeah, we are doing fashion, but our fashion is not fashionable. You understand? We are doing entertainment, but our entertainment is not entertaining. It's like whatever we are doing, we are only doing it to survive.
Sure.
We should do something to we should do something to kind of like, let's say, create a niche that people follow. Now everybody is looking at Kenya and Uganda as a roadmap for rabbit farming.
Yeah.
And we have rabbit farmers here who are not doing anything. We have duck farmers who are not even doing anything. You go on YouTube, you find people raising ducks and how they are kind of like raising their ducks, and let's say the experiments they are making with them. And all we do here, feed them, lay, and then that's all. So I'm still looking at, I'm still looking at researching more on them, and then trying to do something with them. At least the profit will not only be on the food they produce, but then also other stuff.
Sure. 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 So let's zoom back into the duck farming. When they are the ducklings, when they lay eggs and you said 30 days or so for the
35.
35 days for the mascovit. If you put them in an incubator and they hatch and they are out, how long do you keep them in the? You separate them from their mother, right? So how long do you keep them in there before you bring them
I
out?
keep them for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Actually, within 2 weeks, I could have brought them out, but for 3 weeks, I keep them in there
Okay.
and they become okay. Then I bring them out.
So they can then join with the others too.
Join the others, yeah.
So when they are there too, aside the light that you give them, what other conditions you give them?
Feed them,
Okay.
clean their coop, feed them, provide heat for them.
And they feed what? Do they eat some? There's some specific type of feed that they take.
Starter,
Okay, just like the poultry.
yeah.
So they are more or less like the same as the poultry, but just that a
Everything
little bit
about
of
it is like
treatment.
poultry.
Okay.
A little bit about treatment.
Like as in the way poultry requires more attention.
You know, funny enough, sometimes I keep ducks and then poultry in one room.
Eh,
Yeah. When I have all of them hatch at the same time, I keep them in one room.
okay. And there's
And
no fight. There's
nothing
nothing.
happens. They
One
all
big
grow
family.
together. You find some ducks. Okay, you see those two ducks there?
Yeah.
With those fowls around them.
Around yeah.
And they grew up together. So when they grow, they all move together.
Mm.
Mm. It's don't think of special treatment and stuff if you don't have it. Just keep them as a family. They would live as a family.
Okay. Okay. So as a beginner, how many, if someone wants to start, how many would you advise for the person to start, and how many do you start with that you can advise people to say,
I,
okay, we're going into
I
this route
started
now.
with three.
Okay.
You can start with three or two.
That's two females, one male,
One
or
male,
one male, one
two
female.
females, one male.
Okay.
So you can start with that, and that will help. Or you can do this. If you want to kind of like take time to understand them, you can buy one. And if you don't have enough money, if let's say if you don't have enough liver, so just buy one.
Okay.
And then as they grow, you realize that it's making sense.
Sure. Sure. And normally, if they have to lay eggs, how frequent? How many eggs do they lay averagely?
My first
Lay?
duck laid 18. Was it 18 or 16? 18.
Okay.
And then everything hatched.
Interesting.
And all of them grew.
Ah, so means supposing, and like how long do they take? You say they take, how long do they take for them to lay?
It takes a long while. Let's say when they are laying the eggs, every day they will lay one.
Okay.
Hmm.
Sure.
Sometimes they skip too.
But like I want to know at what month or weeks do they start laying eggs? Does it take for them to lay eggs?
Approximately, I would say 5 to 6 months. They should be able to start.
5 to 6 months. Okay. Okay. So at least if you get some within the span of a year, you can get, once they lay eggs, they lay a
You
lot of
see,
eggs too.
if if you even want to be free, when they lay and hatch, separate the kids from the separate the chicks from their mom,
Okay.
the ducklings from their mom. So the mom will go and then get mated again, and then to come back. So by the time these ones are okay and you're bringing them out, the mother will say,
Lay
be
another set.
breeding another one, and
Interesting.
we are gone.
Okay.
Give a
Okay.
population.
Okay. Let me look at the diseases. Are they? I know we've spoken a little bit of it. What diseases do they affect them most of the time? Are they prone to diseases? And maybe somehow you can go about how you can avoid some of the diseases too.
For more than 2 years now, I don't think I've gotten any disease affecting them here.
Mm.
As you can see, the whole place is swept. You understand?
Yeah.
The best I do is to try to avoid it before it even happens.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I medicate them with the herbs around, and then I keep their place clean.
Okay.
So at least I have not.
It makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. But your ducks, some of them are like are really really big.
Yeah,
They're really really big.
that's a silver yard, apple yard. Sorry.
Apple, yeah. But normally, those who normally buy it, like in Ghana, in terms of markets, do they prefer some particular breed when buying than the others, or
When
they
the
just go any
Chinese
duck
when the
is duck?
Chinese come, they mostly like the Pekins,
Okay.
and like I said, they don't like Pekins that are too grown,
Why?
tender bones.
Okay. Okay.
So 45 days, they are gone, good to go. So if you're doing duck farming, Pekins actually most times some also come and then they want what is duck. When they come, they want duck, not Pekins or anything.
So
So
they don't know
whatever
the
you give to
difference.
them, they carry everything away.
Okay.
But most of the Chinese, when they come, they want Pekins. I think they have a Pekins dish. I don't know what it is.
No. Okay.
When they come, that's what they want. So
But look.
if you're even doing Pekins farming, you have a good market.
Mm,
If you're doing duck farming, you have a good market. If you're able to meet some of these Chinese and stuff,
they consume those more.
very much. And it depends on how much you can supply. Just that, make sure you don't break the chain of supply.
It has
Else
to
you,
be constant. Yeah,
else
that one
you
there.
piss them off.
They come and there's nothing there. Oh.
So if you know you can't stand the heat, don't even try. Just get someone who's already supplying, and then go sell to the person. That's all.
Okay. Okay. So looking at ducks, what's the difference between the ducks that you have and the geese? And like the geese, do they have different treatment on how to go about it? But just know the difference. The normal ducks, the ducks, do they have different breeds? How does the geese come in, and is there market too for geese?
Um, I would say ducks are upgraded geese. Let's say geese are upgraded ducks.
Okay.
Okay, because they are bigger than ducks with long necks and stuff, and then they are kind of like most ducks are kind of like for security. Most geese are kind of like for security.
Mm.
You don't need any special treatment for them. The same food you give to this, you can feed them the same, and you keep them in the same room as well. You can keep them in the same room as
They
well.
won't fight. They won't do
They
anything.
won't do anything. You understand?
Okay.
And actually, if you have geese if you have geese with ducks, it helps because it's more secure. These ones make noise when they're hungry. Okay, but geese make noise when anybody comes in. Just like dogs, they will bark.
Okay.
You see, that one makes sense. You are safe. So whoever is coming in to attack or to do anything, you hear your geese making noise,
Mm.
and then you can quickly come in and rescue your kids.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think
In terms of the eggs they lay and the treatment, is it the same way for the ducks?
I treat that within the same.
Mm.
So, but the eggs are far bigger. Excuse me, let me see. This is geese egg.
Ah, very big. Then the ducks, eh?
I think they are brooding on it. So
Oh, okay.
it's not so big. So you can imagine. I would send you a picture of geese. I'll send a picture of the eggs of geese, ducks, and fowls.
Okay, the eggs. Okay,
The
so we
eggs.
can see the
You
difference.
can see the difference.
I'll be interested in that.
You see, you realize that man.
Hey, so imagine if you have like a crate of the geese egg, and they make nowadays to be like 200 Ghana.
They sell one for 60 cedis,
Hey,
but just for hatching purposes.
okay. I look like one, like I seen one or like a crate of
This one you see.
60 cities. Interesting. So you see, I have a lot of it. I'm going to geese, you make more money. Oh. So live with the egg production.
That is if people. It depends on those who are coming for it.
Okay.
And we have different type of geese. We have the Tolosi geese, African geese, the white geese, and all stuff. So
Mm.
depends on which one you have.
But I do feel like there's markets for geese, or people don't really when they come, they just want that. They don't care which one it is. Oh,
Some want the geese for security reasons. Most people come to ask for geese are asking because of security.
okay.
Because they feel how the geese threaten them when they come here. They have them also at home.
To help.
They threaten people. When they come. I say okay, can do that. So actually, the duck there is sitting on the eggs of geese.
Okay. 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 So one thing too, if you are wearing them, do you really need a big space to wear ducks? Okay.
You don't need a big space. You see, you can. How will I say? You can just keep them like you're keeping fowls. You don't need any strange thing. Just keep them like you're keeping fowls. If you need a bigger space to keep fowls, you need a big space to keep ducks. But
Okay.
you don't need anything extraordinary.
Sure. And I know you're also doing free range here.
Yeah.
Have you faced any challenges that you feel like if they were to be in the cage system, it would have been better?
Maybe alligator picking eggs, or sometimes you losing eggs.
Okay.
Because sometimes when they go, they lay in the bush. And you have to go around picking them. Sometimes they even lay in the water.
Okay.
See them swimming and then
They've laid the egg.
oh, they lay mostly in the water. That's why I always want to see under the water.
Okay.
Because when I could shed them, those eggs
Yeah,
I
no.
need to eat in ASAP.
Mm.
Sometimes you walk in the bush and realize that they are laying in the bush as well.
So because you are doing them for egg production, you might lose more eggs, so you don't know where the eggs are.
And because they don't even know when they are laying. Sometimes they can be standing close to you and then laying. That's how it is.
Okay. Okay. Sure. So let's zoom into the challenges, mostly when it comes to rearing ducks. What are the major challenges that you face, aside like the losing of the eggs and stuff? What are the major challenges that you face when it comes to ducks?
Feeding one, as if you don't have constant supply of food, that you have money to buy their food, or you can't generate any food for them.
Mm.
So, and if you're not innovative, I am looking out for innovations. I'm employing some innovations on their food, and somehow it's helping. Also, the breed. If you are in town, in an urban area, there are some breeds you can't rear there
Because of the noise, right?
because of the noise.
Okay.
Mhm.
Who trying to make the most noise?
The foreign ones makes the Muscovy, no, the Pekins, Mallards, and the Apollard all make noise, but the Muscovies are always silent. Look at them. Look at these ones. When they're hungry, they're quiet.
Yeah.
But this one, when they're hungry, you will know there's something happening. So you always have to bribe them with food
To keep quiet.
to make sure they're quiet.
Okay. 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 That's fine. So yeah.
And maybe they are littering around. They will litter for you to bail.
Okay. Sure. But do you think ducks? I've visited. This is my second time visiting a duck farm. Most of them don't do like the way they do their poultry. Do you think we can have, or there are other people who do duck farming but in a cage system?
You can do them in the cage system.
Because I feel like the animals that like to move around and other things, so
You can
to
do them.
restrict them.
You can do them in the cage system.
Okay.
But I think if you do it that way, you will need to start. You will spend much on them. You do it in the cage system. Actually, whatever you keep in the cage, you spend much. And these
Okay.
are not. These are ducks are birds that eat virtually everything. So if you leave them to go around, they even eat food you don't know they eat. If you help them out,
And if you give them the natural kind of things that they'll be
natural
eating
food.
than you controlling their food and stuff.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So you wrap up. If there's any advice for new beginners who want to go into duck farming, what would that be?
Advice for new beginners.
Maybe some mistakes that you did when you were beginning, that if you had to do start your own duck farm today, you wouldn't repeat those mistakes. What would it be?
Well, I was thinking of a swimming pool that kept me delayed. I was thinking of so many things. Let's say swimming pool. What we tend to duck snakes. Some people with
But that misconception is interesting though. That ducks tend to
they
snakes.
say when you cover them with what's it called, a basket, they tend to snakes under.
This is my first time
So
hearing
when
this.
you see ducks and then they're moving, they're doing this, they're doing their neck like this. You know the hiss.
They come to turn into snake.
Snakes. Yeah. You know ducks do hiss. So,
Okay.
what? And their tongue too looks kind of like. It's gonna be 10. I said, wow, I see.
Oh, but this is my first time hearing that ducks. If you've heard it before, let me know in the comment section.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my first time
A
hearing
lot
that.
of people know it. So,
Eh.
so if growing up you had birds and animals around you, or you have ducks around you, people will tell you that.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes I say just try it. If you try it and it turns to a snake, at least you kill it and run away. But if it doesn't turn to a snake, hula baloo,
Okay.
continue with your
Okay.
life. So we should just take the risk and then continue with it. Just do it. The thing is, start it by all means. If you start it and it fails, you can decide to quit
You
or
learn from
continue.
it. At least you learn from
But
it.
then if you fail, there are two things. It's either you have learned, if you fail, you have learned one way not to do it. So you change a new style. You might get it the next time.
Sure. 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 Okay.
But there's no failure in this. If you can keep fowls, I don't think there's a failure in this.
And it's very profitable too.
Very
At least
profitable.
the pricing and stuff. Okay. Okay. So I think we'll end the video here. Maybe you've not touched on something that you wanted us to talk about. You can put it in the comment section. If I have answers to, I'll try and answer. If I don't, I'll chase him for the answer and give it to you. Because I know he's a busy man. You won't even be in the comment section to answer yourself. So yeah, we'll end the video here. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions, as I said, put in the comment section, and I'll get them answered for you. All right, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.